Hey everybody, this is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity. Welcome back to another video with the Yamaha Zuma. If you've been watching my videos previously, you've known that I deleted the airbox on the Yamaha Zuma, but when I did, I put a filter directly on the carb, like no neck, no nothing. And I got a bunch of feedback saying that that's not good, probably make me run, it probably will make me run lean and all that stuff, and I agree. Every time on my Honda Ruckus or anything else that I had with the filter directly on the carburetor, it never really ever performed that well, or the jetting needed to be some crazy jetting that wasn't possible. So today I bought a, oh, and if you want to see the first video, it's going to be up right here for the delete of the airbox. But anyways, let me show you what I got. So there's the filter. It's sitting directly off of the throttle body. I keep wanting to say carburetor, but it's a fuel injected bike, so that's the throttle body. And it's like literally at the end of the filter is the throttle body behind here. So, you know, also there's all this extra wire down here I don't know what to do with, and then this flap right here I want to remove, but if I take this off, then it's going to splash water in there. If you want to see, I also cut this off so it's not all the way down here, and then eventually I want to trim this down right here. But remember, this is not a super mod bike, we're just trying to make it cooler looking. But here's what I got. I got a 45-degree bend, which this should fit on the end of there. It's a silicone hose, right? And then a little cone filter on the end. It barely fit on here, so I did this previously inside the house to put it on. And then I also get to use my stubbies. These stubbies were sponsored by none other than Ruck City. I've never had stubby screwdrivers, so he gave me a set so I can work on things like this. So here is the filter and the elbow. I'm not sure if I want it to stick out that far, but it's better than being right behind the carb and heat drafting off of the motor over it, and hopefully I'll be able to get some better, maybe cooler air out through the side. But anyways, let's go ahead and install this real quick. So we'll go ahead and remove the old filter, which hopefully is not too difficult, but not with these stubby screwdrivers. I highly recommend stubby screwdrivers for anyone who rides a scooter and does mods. Alright, here's the old filter. I'm gonna reuse this ring. Probably could have reused the filter, but I think it's a little bit too small right here. Then we'll put the new one back on. Oh, that went on easy. Thought it was going to be harder than that. Tighten down the hose clamp. And there you go. Alright, so here we go. If you can see, it sticks out the side of the bike now. A little bit sticks out. Doesn't stick out actually, but it's got a longer intake runner. I think it looks better. It fills up some of that space in there. Now I have some runner on the intake, so it should hopefully help me not be lean. I should have sprayed some filter charger on this filter from Canon to help it filter out dust. But there you go. That was an easy mod. I'm going to leave a parts list below if you want to do this. This actually worked out really, really, really well. Now just keep in mind, when I put this on, right here, it was a struggle, but since it's silicone, I was able to kind of squish it a little bit to get it to fit in here. And the filter that I bought, the pack, it came with 2 of these, so I have a spare, or I have another one if I want to mod something else later on in the future. Let's go ahead and hear what it sounds like. Well, there you have it. That was easy. So this is kind of a part 2 to the intake delete, I guess. The best part about this is that I have less to worry about, and stuff won't splash if I take that mud guard off. I feel better the way it's positioned, and it does look cooler because you can actually see this, it's sticking out the side, and it fills in some of that space down there that was kind of void and open. Let's go ahead and take a ride and see how we feel about this. Okay, we got the keys, some gloves. We're gonna go ahead and get on the Zuma. Now really I'm just gonna go around the block real quick, maybe down the street a little bit, just to see if I can hear a different sound as it goes. Yes, sound is important when you when you have a bike, although I can hear it already. Although I can't really hear too good because it's a lawnmower, dude. Ooh. It's a much more even throaty tone. It's not as deep throat. Sorry guys. I mean, like a teenage kid. It doesn't have as deep of a sound, but it definitely doesn't sound hollow. I guess that sound is. It sounds like some kid just cut something and then made a different sound. Like when people do shorty pipes on something, they just cut it off and do straight pipe. Oh wow, I think it actually pulls harder. Is that possible? It does feel like it pulls harder. Okay, well, let's turn right. Wow, okay. Much to be said about someone putting in a better runner on the intake. Huh. Okay, so here's the rub of it. So it's better to put a runner on here. Oh my gosh, I'm impressed. I'm gonna turn left here and do a U-turn. That's another thing I like about the ride height. I was kind of like, I want to lower it, but with the ride height, I can do like some wicked turns on here. Like there's a lot of room to lean. It's not like a motorcycle. That's the one thing about scooters that I miss on large bikes is the counter steer. There's really not a lot of counter steer on a scooter. I mean, it's just, you know, lean and turn it a little bit. But yeah, there's your verdict. People crossing the street trying to go to work. Looks like an apron. Probably Kroger. Yeah, going to Kroger. Okay, well, let's head out to the house. Well, there you have it. The project is complete, or at least this part of the project is complete. Airbox delete part 2 is what I'll call this. It doesn't sound as throaty as it did before, but you know, that's an exhaust, not really your intake that's supposed to be making that throaty sound. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for anything that you want me to do on the Zuma, or you found any places that have any cool parts, for example, a rev limiter delete would be nice, and probably some type of fuel adjuster. And I am also looking for a kit for air-fuel ratio that's transposable between machines. So if you have any of those cool ideas, please let me know, because I could use that on the Ruckus and pretty much any bike that I have. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see everybody next time.